Hi, my name's Dr. Rich McLean. I'm doing this video today to invite independent news journalists and people with a platform, and also non-government organisations, to urgently intervene in a situation where I'm persecuted, victimised, denied my human rights, abused and vilified for mental illness, when it is a provable persecution that has destroyed me and seeks to destroy me. I wish to state that if I'm hospitalised as a political prisoner, as has happened before, or needlessly charged with a crime and jailed, then this is a methodology by which they're trying to silence me from speaking the truth. Please hear my short speech. I'm an individual with a pretty remarkable experience and range of talents and achievements. I'm an award-winning author, autobiographer, artist, advocate, academic and mental health campaigner. I've had many hardships that I've endured, including deliberate victimisation by the Australian government and my adversity. And despite that, I remain resilient and committed to seeking justice. This website and video, the website imustbecrazy.com.au, and this video serves as a platform to showcase not only my artistic talent and passions and illustrations and ethical, but show my ethical compass. And it also aims to expose the systemic victimisation inflicted upon me by the government and other powerful authorities. And I seek justice and compensation for the numerous detriments that I've endured, and that I wish to live in the community so I can serve the community like I have done for 30 years as an advocate. There is a real urgency for this investigation. I firmly believe that the newly established National Anti-Corruption Commission must thoroughly investigate the issues I raise, and I hoped that a comprehensive investigation would lead to intervention and ensure my basic needs such as food, medicine and shelter are met. And furthermore, this website and this accompanying document aimed to protect me from further oppression and victimisation, and particularly coercive financial control resulting from family violence. However, as of 3rd of July, today's date, 2023, I've been blocked from making a submission to the Commission. I've been blocked from the National Anti-Corruption Commission. I've also been rejected any acknowledgement by the Attorney General of the country, Mark Dreyfus, and I don't know what to do. I've gone to the highest court in the land, and I've gone to the highest person in the land. Even the office of Prime Minister and Cabinet at first acknowledged my freedom of information as voluminous and complex, and then in the next sentence, a couple of months later, said that the documents don't even exist. And that's what they want to do to me. They want to silence me, and they want to say that I don't exist. My challenges faced. I'm courageously highlighting the significant obstacles I've encountered in my pursuit of justice. I'm sharing instances of being denied legal representation and facing rejection when seeking redress for child institutional sexual abuse. Shockingly, law enforcement authorities and even the Prime Minister's office have callously disregarded my valid requests for information under the Freedom of Information Act. This victimisation is not only against the law, but has also caused immense harm to me in various ways, including my own suicide, which was then covered up. I'm a rejected whistleblower on account of me not being a public official, despite a federal court document stating they're satisfied I was employed by the Department of Social Security. This would also mean that my work cover claim should be immediately paid, as Comcare have rejected my claim on account of me not being an employee for the purposes of the SRC Act. Paul Fowler was the person who rejected me at Comcare, and he's the old boss at WorkSafe, where I'm now banned from contacting them. I'm banned from contacting Comcare, and I've had no traction with the Australian Human Rights Commission, and neither now at the National Anti-Corruption Commission. This is about exposing the conspiracy. I've provided compelling personal accounts and supporting evidence that reveal a provable conspiracy aimed at perverting the course of justice against me, which victimises me. This is a malicious scheme and demonstrable phenomenon which seeks to harm me, impede my progress, dismantle my support structures, and unjustly label me as mentally ill, which is disregarding to other crucial factors contributing to my situation. Despite being diagnosed with schizophrenia, I present facts that substantiate the seemingly incredible nature of the story. The mental health sector now pathologise me for apparent ingrained persecutionary delusions. However, there is nothing imagined about actually attempting suicide inside Werribee Mercy Hospital, and that the Freedom of Information deems it as a fatal attempt and a lethal injury from which I was revived from death when the hospital owed me a duty of care, and now it's whitewashed with zero compensation paid for the brain detriment that I now suffer from. This is about the involvement of authorities. It's truly astonishing that even the Prime Minister's office, Anthony Albanese, has been involved in my case and my victimisation. And while initially acknowledging that my freedom of information was voluminous and complex in my freedom of information, they now refuse to comply, asserting that the documents I seek do not exist. Seeking assistance from the police has proven a futile situation for me, and I find it very hard as a failed whistleblower without legal representation, and I've never been able to get a lawyer in my 50 years of life. The Ombudsman's Office and other authorities have also neglected my concerns and declined further communication. Despite my public profile and connections to the Australian Secret Service, because my former partner was an ASIO employee, those in positions of power have chosen to ignore my pleas for justice, leaving me feeling abandoned and voiceless. The fact that my former partner, who was a public official, has rejected a settlement after exploiting me over 5 years proves the coercive financial control and family violence that the government elongates and emboldens. Not a single government agency will value that the relationship ever existed, and is a likely reason for my systemic ingrained persecution. Systemic oppression and financial control. I've exposed a cycle of systemic and politically motivated financial oppression that's ensnared me. This oppression has resulted in the loss of prospects for compensation or settlement, the destruction of my possessions, and the perpetrators operating with impunity. I've recounted instances of harm, exploitation, and the dismantling of my life, and I demand not only justice, but also compensation and the exposure of the truth. I acknowledge my own role in my downfall, but I emphasise the rejection and dismissal I faced despite my accomplishments and my sacrifices to the community for over 30 years. Undeterred by betrayal and injustice, I'm determined to fight for justice and drive meaningful change in this country. And my conclusion is, despite the challenges and threats that I've encountered and still encounter, I remain resolute in my pursuit of justice. This website, imustbecrazy.com.au, and this video statement serves as a testament to my unwavering commitment to exposing the truth and seeking restitution. Through sharing my story and demanding justice, I hope to inspire change, protect others from similar victimisation, and dismantle the oppressive systems that perpetuate injustice. I firmly believe that by shedding light on my experiences, I can create a path towards a fairer society where accountability is prioritised and those who had suffered unjustly can find solace and compensation for the harm that is inflicted on them. I invite non-government organisations and independent news media to contact me at the email richarddrawsstuff@gmail.com, which is actually hacked and monitored, and view the whistleblowing and website and the evidence at my website imustbecrazy.com.au. I also had a previous website, richmclean.com.au, but that was maliciously destroyed by a government-linked organisation, and I was silenced there. All I want, really, is a simple life with my dog and the few friends that I have left, with food, shelter, accommodation, and at least a semblance of equity and equality in a society where truth seekers and speakers are oppressed and victimised. And that has happened to be even to the point of death in my case, and there is now a whitewashing of that tragedy. My name is Richard McLean. I'm an artist, an author, and a doctor of philosophy. I'm vilified for mental illness and systemically abused and exploited as a mentally ill person, and my human rights under the Charter of Human Rights for a person with a disability, of which Australia is a signatory, has been absolutely smashed. I'm asking for people's help. My PAYID is also below, and you can contact me on richarddrawstuff@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.